Welcome back to the channel. Yes, we're back in Victorian high country with repeat offenders Scott and Travis. The plan for this ride over 3.5 days had us tackling some of the extra gnarly tracks, heading west from Dargo to the Snowy River, fording raging rivers and generally conquering all before us. The ride actually turned out better than we thought, but not in the way that we expected, which is how I come to be riding on the Great Alpine Road, not in our plan. Our ride, which ended up having a bit of everything, including, somewhat surprisingly, some good judgment calls. So stick around and see what derailed our plans and how we made the best of it. Starting out in Melbourne on Friday afternoon, we headed up the M1 motorway until boredom saw us divert at Yarragon into the Strzelecki Ranges to enjoy the twisty roads and great views. Our first night was spent at Sale at the Gippsland Hotel. We enjoyed our night with the hospitable bar staff, and suffice to say, we were all feeling a bit dusty this Saturday morning. As we headed towards Dargo via the very scenic Freestone Creek Road, it was here where our best laid plans started to disintegrate. Freestone Road was officially closed, but hey, we were on adventure bikes, and how bad could it be anyway? Turns out, pretty bad actually. Bad enough that serious four-wheel drives were turning around and not attempting what, shall we say, the alternate route around the washed-out bridge. A quick vote saw Scotty, our best rider, go first. Not seeing him make it wasn't exactly confidence-inspiring. Trav took the smart route. After a half attempt, he handed the DRZ over to Scott, who on the lighter bike with fresh knobbies made it look easy. I was up last. As I said, not feeling all that confident. I'll leave you to see how it turned out. Okay, all lined up, let's try that again. Okay, so I didn't make it, but the good news was I didn't go over the bank. And there were plenty of people on hand to get the bike up the hill.
Fucking heavy bastards.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, up!
This has got electric start, hasn't it? Yeah, I'll just wheel. Now roll.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, start him up. Just push it from here up.
There's a trick with the Tenere 700. When it's been on its side, sometimes it doesn't want to start. To fix this, turn the ignition off and back on again. Yeah, ask me how I know this. At Dargo, we topped up our tanks and had breakfast at the Dargo shop. What had supposed to have been an easy start to our day's ride had already put us behind schedule. After breakfast, we headed out of Dargo and picked up the Upper Dargo Road, past some great camping spots and some great views of the river. Our aim for the day was to ride from Dargo through to Tambo Crossing and then on to our night's accommodation at Nowra. We had decided not to camp this trip, partly so we could travel light and fast, and partly because autumn in the high country can see the weather turn nasty. Once again, we came across the road closed signs, but we were on adventure bikes, and well, you know the rest. This time, we were luckier. The only hazard was fresh laid gravel. were making good time and enjoying the high country views and the great weather, with the damp roads just waiting to catch us out. This is the same corner from the other camera. Nice catch, if I do say so myself. As we turned off Angora Range Road and onto Stirling Track, it started to get steeper, then steeper and damper, and then a bit overgrown. As we made our way down the Stirling Track, I was starting to wonder what the haunted stream track was going to be like, with its reputed 58 river crossings. While the weather was sunny, it was still quite cool, and I wasn't looking forward to the freezing cold water crossings. And then, in a blink of an eye, this happens. Definitely not something that was in the plan. Caught out by a greasy clay surface. Once again, the bike has a lie down. Doesn't look any better from the other angle. The good news was I wasn't trapped under the bike. Unfortunately, I was again the last rider, so got to pick up the bike by myself again. After straightening the rear brake lever and muffler, it was back on the bike to see where the others had got to. After a few drops now, I still believe the Tenere doesn't need crash bars. Let me know what you think in the comments. Once again, the Insta 360 survives bike landing on it, with only a couple of new scratches. It sure is a tough action camera. Well, we've had a bit of a conference and I think we've had enough excitement for one day. So I'm going to turn around, go back, and go another route. This is the first of the major stream crossings, and having watched a four-wheel drive go through, it was quite deep, so I think we'll save this for another day. I must say I did feel a little bit vindicated when Scott threw away the 790 in a very similar manner, which just goes to show how deceptively slippery the tracks were getting. It looks like the 790 crashes pretty well, maybe even better than a Tenere. We continued retracing our steps to Angora Range Road and exited that way. Some more amazing high country views along the section. This is where we came in, riding on the Great Alpine Road on a sunny Victorian autumn day. Doesn't get much better than that. After a quick beer at the Bull Ant Brewery at Brewden, it was a brisk ride to our accommodation at Tenere. Dinner was at nearby Lakes Entrance, where we felt we deserved the sticky date pudding to celebrate a great day's riding and some very good decision making. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe. Cheers!